Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about the challenge Dirty 30. Guess who's coming to dinner? Season 30, episode 10. Whoa! Dinner I would skip if I was on this show, if I was in the Redemption House. So we start off, everyone's talking about how Nelson, was the Terminator, how Leroy even called him the new Leroy. Leroy's giving him compliments, and they give him compliments after compliments. And then Jordan was kind of pissed off at Hunter because Hunter said some foul things when he got eliminated in the Presidio last week. And so Nelson was like trying to tell Jordan that, hey, it ain't like that, Blase the third. It's all good. He don't mean it sometimes. He gets ahead of himself. He doesn't understand things like that. He just gets so gore or whatever. And so they all get on the boat. They go on a boat ride. They're chilling, they're drinking, they're dancing, they're playing, they're swimming, they're having fun, they're doing shit. They're doing things that I wish I was doing. And it seems like Carmela, the racist lush, has been quiet this episode. She's been keeping her mouth closed. Maybe a producer told her to be quiet. Who knows? So it seems like everything's going good. And Tony, he goes to lay down or whatever. And but before then, CT makes Leroy a cake or whatever. He made him a birthday cake. He put too much butter, too much sugar, too much everything. I don't know why they picked him to make the cake, but he said it came from heart. He said if it has some of that real coca sugar, it'll be a real party then. And so he makes this cake. It looks nice, but it tastes like butter and sugar. CT didn't even eat it. Now, if somebody won't eat their own food, you should not eat it as well, because that means it's so terrible that they won't even try it. So Leroy's throwing up. He gets sick. And then he was like, oh, man, you set me up. He's spitting in the bucket, eating all that butter, that sugar, that grease, and all that stuff. But, CT did it from the heart, because he cared about your boy, Leroy. And so also, it was also, Leroy's first birthday at the challenge. And he said the biggest thing to him, the most important thing is actually just winning. He don't even care about the money. But he must not know. He doesn't know yet it's $1 million because he would be happy. And then on top of that, he said he just wanted to win. He just wants to be one of the real, challengers, someone that won, someone that got an award. That's what I'm saying, Leroy. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. You and Anissa have been out here forever and ever and ever, and you haven't won one challenge. He said he'll just feel more complete if you win a challenge. I know you would. That's why I'm surprised you didn't work on your swimming. So we get that all out the way. And so I think it was Brett and it was CT. They put glue and feather they glued and put feathers all over Tony's face. Not CT, it was Bananas and Brett. I believe they put glue on his nails. They put glue all over his face with like feathers. They feathered him up nice. He looked like the Cookie Monster or whatever. And so he ends up waking up. Leroy wakes up and was like, oh man. So Tony gets upset. He's going after Bananas, calling him this, calling him that, talking about, hey, why would you do that? He throws something down. He gets up into CT's face. Jordan jumps off the bed like he was just getting out the way. And, Bananas was kind of like holding Tony's arm so he wouldn't swing it and trying to calm Tony down because Tony was sleeping. Tony looked like, he went to sleep because of a hangover or he drank too much. So Tony slamming things. He's about to take a shower. He's just mad, and it looks like he's gonna go down. But out of nowhere, what is his name? Bananas was able to calm him down because Bananas did say like he likes to play a mental game. He likes to play what people likes to get under their skin, and also the rule of the challenge: never go to bed early before everyone else. And something else he said. So they end up making up and end up being cool. Everybody end up laughing. Tony lost his eyelashes and things like that. But I remember a long time ago when people used to play tricks like that, they used to get beat down. But I guess, what's his name? Johnny Bananas really didn't want Tony to go home yet because he could have pushed Tony to the limit to have Tony, hit him or something, or Tony just, back down because Tony did go after, Carla Marie earlier, calling saying that she looks like his mother, and Tony's brother went after Latoya, hit her and everything. So we'll see. And anyways, and then also Tony gets a chance to call home and talk to his baby's mama, and she knows about what happened between him and Carmilla, the racist lush, that they were kissing, making out, because it's all over the net. She knew before I did. and, and he continues to lie and say there's nothing happening, there's nothing going on, and all this other stuff. Hopefully that won't affect his game, won't affect him mentally, where he ends up losing or making more mistakes because he wants to get home. He thinks he has regret at home. But I bet you if he brings home that $1 million, everything will be all good. He can explain, like, baby, I did this for you. But it's just like, I would prefer for him to tell her the truth, but having her argue and yell at him, and he's not there, and he can't change the situation. He can't get into the nitty gritty with her because it's on camera. He doesn't want to do that as well. And he doesn't want them to record him arguing with his baby's mama. His brother already got sent home for fighting a woman. So it's like, I think, Tony's thinking, and also he's probably like embarrassed too as well. And if he's not on camera talking about it, it's probably much better when them two sit down and watch the show together, that most of their personal business wasn't aired out on MTV. But he probably just didn't have a lie, or he just needs to concentrate because he can actually, mess up. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that situation. But maybe it was a good idea for him not to say anything, because if she would have hung up or calling him and being upset. Then also, wasn't it like crazy when Jenna said that, she hasn't spoken to Zach for a couple of months or whatever, but as soon as he find out that she was coming to the challenge, the 30-30, he called her up and hit her up and said, hey, he wants to talk to her when she gets back and all this other stuff. So is he trying to get some money from her or whatever? Is he trying to make a special appearance on the show? Or is he trying to hope that she gets some money, he can get it? Why would he just call her before the challenge so she can mention his name on the show? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just thought that was weird. And Jenna, don't be letting Zach play you. I know he got the nice body, he looked good and all this other good stuff, but you know what? Don't let him play you and take you for your money. So getting back to the challenge, so they prank him. It was funny when Tony said, when he was like, he goes, we're going to get that 5150 up in here. And, I watched 5150 with Corey Oakham, but he was like, we're going to get that 5150 up in here. Like he's going to get that head up or whatever. And then, what is her name? Jimmy, she starts to have dreams about Aneesa. Aneesa was speaking to her that she's coming back and all this other stuff. And so she lets all the girls know that she had a dream that Aneesa was coming back. And then on top of that, it was like, oh my God, I don't want to hear that. And all this other stuff. Then you got Corey, what's his name? Corey, Hunter, Aneesa, and Marie. They're chilling in the house, and Nicole and TJ, he walks in. He's let them know that they're gonna have a challenge, today, to get back in the house and all this other stuff. And I was like, who you guys going for? Corey's going for bananas. Hunter's going for Jordan. Aneesa's going for Carmilla, and Nicole's going for Carmilla. And Nicole is talking mad junk about Carmilla and everything. I forgot who was Marie. Who did Marie want to go up against? It didn't even. I don't. I guess Marie wanted to go up against either Carla Marie, or she wanted to go up against Carmilla too as well. Damn, yeah, I forgot, because she was like so irrelevant, and the redemption house, it was just too much. She was just like not there. And so they're gonna have to have an eating contest. All the rest of the people that are in the 30-30 in the challenge house, they go out for dinner. They feel a little bit uneasy because they feel like something's going on, something's going to happen, but they don't know what they don't know what it's going to be. But they know that something is going on, something is going to take place, and they're very nervous about the situation. And they're trying to enjoy their meal. So then we get to the people that are in the redemption house: Corey, Hunter, Aneesa, Marie, and Nicole. They're in the redemption house. Now they're going for the challenge. It is called Green with Envy. And basically, there's a table full of food for them to eat: Cox, Cummins, scrotum, eyes, boiled eyes, giant water rat, a slim chicken intestine smoothie, boiled hard cow eggs, Oh, like, how you gonna eat that stuff? It looks so disgusting. It looks so filthy. It looks so nasty. And even the boiled eggs, TJ had to mention to Nicole that had eyelashes on. And speaking of eyelash, Nicole lost her eyelash, and she was like, "Oh my god, I need to keep these because they cost $266." She got money. She got money. So, anyways, it's just like, oh my god, it looks like. Then they had pork nose, with like green snot coming out of it. It was all green and slimy. It was just like disgusting. Oh my goodness, it was so terrible. And so then, all while the other players are at the regular house at the restaurant chilling, Leroy says, "You know what? Let's all make it a bet on whoever comes back. Whoever comes back in the house, that's who we vote out for the next challenge, for the next Pacifico." So it could be Anissa and Hunter that are gonna go out right away because Corey called it, and some people agreed and some people didn't agree to what he said. And it's like Leroy calling shots, kinda, huh? Usually he's quiet. So they all make a bet, like whoever comes back in the house, let's vote them back in. And they don't care about Hunter. They're gonna vote Hunter back in because Jordan said, "Poor kid, I'm gonna have to send him home again." They're always talking about sending Hunter home again, and they're gonna probably put Hunter up against Nelson. That's what's gonna happen. And it's like it's only Nelson and Corey together against the whole house, unless Derek. Derek he has a change of heart, because I don't know if he fits in so well with the old school guys. With all the people that he know for a long time, it doesn't seem like he fits in with them that much. But he's cool with everybody. But I don't think he has a close bond unless it's really on the low. Because right now it's like Johnny and Tony kind of got this close alliance. Also with Darian and also with Leroy, but Leroy's close to CT as well, and Darren's close to Leroy. Derek, he's close to Leroy too, but he's kind of close to Tony too as well, because he instead of throwing Tony in the water, he threw Bananas in the water the challenge before last. So we'll see if it starts to change up. And Leroy did give Nelson a bunch of compliments, but I don't think Leroy's gonna go up against his alliance right now, but later on he will. But Leroy always knows where he stands, that he'll be the first one out, so he knows to do something. And CT, I don't know who is really CT's really close with the guys. I would say Derek, or him and Bananas could have a secret thing going on too as well on the hush hush. We'll see, or maybe he partnered up with Dario, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, so now we get to the Redemption House, the challenge, Green with Envy, and they gotta eat all these nasty. The pig with the freaking snot in his nose is disgusting, is nasty. And they gotta eat. They have to eat a dish first, run up like maybe 6-7 flight of stairs, and then jump into like a volcano full of like heavy mud. It looks like cement, it looks like heavy paint, and they have little shells in there that looks like eggs, and they have to pick it up, run all the way down and crack it open. If it has a rock, they have to eat the next plate. But if it has a green emerald, they can put the green emerald on the plate that they don't want to eat. And so then they're straight and they can run back down. So it gives them a heads up where they can beat the next contestant. And they have to do the same thing back to back. So whoever finished eating all the dishes wins. And there's only one guy and one girl can go in. And poor Marie, she didn't even try. She was like, "I'm done. I'm not doing this." She was like, "You know what? I'm going home." But I wonder if she knew there was $1 million on the line, would she have tried to eat it? But I can't say anything because I don't know if I would eat it. For if I knew I was going to get that $1 million right after I eat them dishes, I was going to be paid $1 million in my hand, I would definitely eat it. But I might not win because I got to go up against all these people in this challenge and then win at the end. Nah, I'm straight. But I don't know. I'm saying that now. But if the opportunity was there and I had to go through like a challenge or something, and it's $1 million online, I probably would eat it. I don't know. I don't know if I could. Let me just be quiet. So, anyways, the first person that ate their food was Nicole. She was the first one. Then the second one was Hunter. He finished. And then, Corey went up there, and then no, not before Corey, it was Anissa, and then Corey went up. So, Nicole was the first one to eat the first dish, and Hunter was the first to eat his dish. Marie did not eat anything, and then Anissa came next, and then Corey came after her, and so then it goes back and forth, and then Hunter's in the lead. He gets an emerald, so he's skipping past Corey. Corey's having a hard time. Anytime we see Corey on these challenges, and it's an eating challenge, he always does very bad. He can't swallow food that well, especially if it's disgusting. He really has a hard time. And then when he was in the, not this challenge, but the challenge, not the challenge before last, but the challenge before that, when they had to eat all the spicy stuff, he wasn't really good in that challenge as well. I forgot the name of that challenge, but he's not good at eating challenges at all. So he tries, he gives it his all. He doesn't get the emerald. Hunter wins. Hunter's returning back to the house. Nicole is almost there. Just one more thing. If she could have she ended up getting she didn't get an emerald. But Anissa got an emerald. And so then she was able to catch up to Nicole, because Nicole was beasting it, but Nicole could not eat the eyeballs. She could not eat the eyeballs with the eyelashes on it, the boiled eyes. She couldn't eat that. And then it gives Anissa a chance to catch up. She catch up, and she ends up winning. And so Anissa and Hunter are returning back to the house, but Anissa knows that the girls thinks that she's a devil. Tori and what's her name? Carmela and Carla Marie, she knows that they all been talking about her. They don't like her. They think she's evil. They think she's the devil and all this other stuff. So Hunter and, Anissa return back to the house. Hunter gets love from Brett, and Hunter gets love for Nelson, and that's really much it. And Jordan's like, well, we're just going to have to send him home. Anissa only gets love. She gets love from Derek, so Derek might be an ally for her, but we already know Anissa is not cool with CT, because he called her like a spare tire, a rotten tire, or whatever, and so she already knows that, and she's not even cool with Johnny Bananas like that. But they could possibly work something out. And I don't see her talk to Jordan, because she went in on Jordan when he made that comment, and she wanted him to apologize, which he was wrong. So I don't think they're that close at all. And her and Tony, I never see them really talk at all. CT shitted on her, so maybe Leroy, but Leroy follows the crowds, and Leroy also said whoever comes back, send him home. So is Leroy gonna stick to his guns and stick to his word, or he's gonna change up if something else happens? And then Anissa gets love from Jimmy. Jimmy was like, I told all the girls that you was coming back. I told them because I had a dream about you, and using my dreams are right. So Jimmy be predicting the future a little bit, huh? So, but who could not predict that Anissa could beat Marie and Nicole? Like, if anybody, she could beat them. But she almost lost. If Nicole couldn't eat that, she should have been able to beat them without a problem. She's a vet. But hopefully she comes in the house and she takes out Carmela. Takes out Carmela, the racist lush. But anyways, Carla Marie, Jenna, Kayla, they don't want no parts. And Carmela, they don't want no parts of Anissa. They're not happy that she's coming back. And then so, Anissa goes to the pool, and the girls are trying to open a coconut. And she goes, oh, you guys need the thing with the horns on it. Just saying, hey, because you guys call me a devil, whatever. And so Tori totally thinks it's her, that she's coming at her. Tori's jumping in the middle of it. So the other girls are going to see Tori going at Anissa. So if they get the double cross or anything, they're going to probably put... If Tori comes in the bottom, they're going to probably put Tori up against Anissa, because Anissa's probably most likely going in, unless she can persuade the house. I don't see that happening, but it's possible. Anything's possible on a challenge. And the girls sitting here going at Anissa so much, and if Carla Marie comes up top and, and Carmela, they're probably going to put either Tori or Brett against, Anissa, or they might put Veronica in, who knows, or Gemma, because they're not really that tight with them, but they ain't enemies with them either. But Carla Marie really doesn't like Veronica at all, so we'll see. And then to just say if Corey and Hunter are safe, who's gonna go up against each other. They have to vote. I think they're gonna throw Darian in, and they'll throw Tony in, or they might throw Darian in and Leroy. But Dario, even though Dario was mad cool with Bananas. I mean, what did I say? Hunter and freaking Corey. I mean Hunter and Nelson. If they had to go, I know Hunter and Nelson would definitely pick Jordan to go in or Bananas, and then say if all the vets are in the bottom, who who would they pick? Who would the other guys vote for? So just say Bananas is already in. So you will have Jordan, you'll have CT, you will have Dario, and you will have Leroy. And you'll have Derek. I think they'll throw Hunter in and Tony in before they throw. I mean, I think they'll throw Dario in and they'll throw Tony in. I don't know if they'll throw Derek in so quick because it'd be too soon to try to count him out. And they might even put Johnny Bananas up against Jordan. That would be crazy, right? If Hunter and Nelson are safe next week. That would be crazy. So anyways, I think that's it. Yeah, and so they go back to the house, and that's it. Really. Oh my God. That food that they had on that table was so disgusting and nasty. I can't believe they made them eat. Like, do they have to get a tetanus shot? Would they get sick? Would they have parasites in their body? Like, is that stuff even clean? Like, was it really like water rats? What kind of did they pick roadkill off the street? Oh my God, have them eat that stuff. So anyways, Hunter is like, we're just gonna put him right back on the chopping block. That's it. And Tori, she wants, you know, who, Camilla. I think that's it. Peace. I'm out.